A module is a list of everything required for an individual course in Frog. It is a single page where you can add files, links, tasks, which track a learner's progression through it. Modules can include sites, larger presentations, and can even include other modules, so that a learner must first complete one module before completing another. Barriers can be added, which locks elements of the module below it. Learners must complete the activities above a barrier before being able to access or even see the ones below. Once prepared, modules can be added to the catalogue, tagged in multiple categories, and assigned to learners. Modules can be set to award certificates on passing or completion. These awards can be set to expire too. To create a module, we can use the plus button in the Frog bar and select Module. We're asked to name the module and give it a description. These fields will appear in the module tile in the catalogue view. We can also set an image, which will appear in the tile and as a background for the module's page. After clicking Next, we are asked if the module will award a certificate and if that certificate expires. All these settings can be altered when we are editing the module. So for now, I'll click Create. The module page opens. If we close the module, you can return to it at any time via Frog Drive. Click on the Quick Launch icon, select Frog Drive, select Modules. These are the modules I have created, but I can see all the modules by clicking the All Modules option. There is a search available. I can see an indicator of modules not yet visible in the catalogue. I can double-click to open a module, or if I single-click to select one and go to the action cog, I have various other options. For now though, I will double-click to open the module I have just created. As expected, it is quite plain as there is no information yet. Clicking on the grey Edit button will trigger the Edit panel to slide out. These widgets can be dragged into the dotted area. Each one serves a different purpose, which we'll be covering shortly. For the moment, I will click and drag the File widget into the page. Note how the area turns blue. That means the widget can be placed. When I let go, the widget's information loads in. If I single click on the widget now, the Settings section of the Edit panel is switched to. Settings will update depending what I am editing. The widget has a faint blue outline. If I click anywhere in the page that is not part of the widget, watch the Settings section update to the module information. And here is where I can change the name, description, and so on. To make changes to the file widget, I just need to click on it again. Now I can upload a file, set a title, give it a description, but most importantly I can set how Frog will track that the learner has interacted with the widget. In Completion Settings, select the completion type. I can allow the learner to check a box to say they have completed this widget. Because it's a file, I can record that the link for the file was clicked, or I can specify that completion is not required. And I can include instructions for how the learner needs to interact with the widget. Widgets which provide information for the learner are coloured blue. The purple widgets are widgets which require the learner to do additional work or tasks. We'll cover quizzes in its own section. Task Text Submit and Task File Submit require the learner to write a statement or upload a file. These tasks will then email the learner's manager for approval. Getting learners to work through tasks is a useful way to gauge their understanding. Presentations are often used to provide information to staff, but it is the tasks which ensure that they have understood the material. Returning to the Widgets panel, modules, as mentioned before, allow you to stack up multiple units of learning for a learner. And events offer you a way to provide live training. Events also need their own section in this training. The final widget in this panel is the barrier widget. This widget does not have a completion type. Instead, it locks any widgets below so that the learner must complete either all the activities above it, or if there are a range of activities, you can specify how many they have to complete. You can save changes to the module at any time. I always suggest saving regularly. You are editing via an internet connection after all. When you are happy with your changes and wish to leave the editor, click the Close button. For learners, once the last activity or barrier is passed, the learner is registered as having completed the module.